Hello everyone, I all hope you had a very wonderful and a very wonderful day and a very beautiful day. It's very quietly windy, very quietly windy today, guys. So I all hope you just warm and you're very quietly warm. It's just the gardening people who are exactly making all the noise at the background and the door that's quietly also making all the sounds, guys. But despite that, guys, I'm gonna continue to exactly continue with this episode. On today's episodes, we're about to speak about the unholy alliance, which is a very powerful secret society of supervillains that is quietly dedicated in ruling the sacred universe by any and all means necessary. It was formed by a powerful villain known as Dr. Darkness and Dr. Universe. They are the founders and they are the original leaders. They're the founder and they are the leaders and the original members of the Unholy Alliance. The Unholy Alliance is not as ancient as the founders, the Order of the Five, the Sacred Circle, the Galactic. Not as ancient as those secret societies that I exactly mentioned to you guys. But this secret society is a modern secret society that works within the shadows, that wants to control the sacred universe and also the sacred world by any and all means necessary. In the early years, when the United Heroes were formed and well known to the world acting as a global organization of superheroes, acting as an organization of superheroes destined to protecting humankind from disasters and disturbance, from disturbances and events that can exactly easily alter human history. Dr. Darkness exactly believed that the United Heroes and poses as a greater threat, to his own ambition and also to his own goal. He believed that they acted as a global threat to his ambition and also to his goal in conquering the sacred universe and in ruling the sacred world and removing its heroes out of the way permanently, meaning permanently for good. Dr. Darkness wanted to create a sacred world of chaos and disaster so that he and his enlightening colleagues can exactly rule over the chaos that they've quietly brought, and the disaster they've quietly plagued humankind and the rest of the sacred world. In doing so, Dr. Darkness has started extending invitations to few powerful villains known as Doctor Universe, Dark Shadow, Sacred Brother, Kane, Power Shadow, Mind Brother, Shadow Child, Shadow Child. These are exactly eight members plus Doctor Darkness himself. Eight members. These members exactly join the secret society of supervillains known as the Unholy Alliance to further their own goal and their own vision. Each members brings up their own expertise and their talents and also to their talents to the group, to the talents and also to the society. By doing this, Dr. Darkness and Dr. Universe exactly begin crafting a plan in order to rule the world, and the sacred world and the rest of sacred existence by any and all means necessary. In doing so, Kane exactly offered Dr. Darkness a solution in ruling the sacred world and in the sacred universe. He decided that they should exactly operate in secret and also within the shadows, so that they can create a network of operatives and supervillains who will exactly act in their place, and also forming an alliance with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders. Dr. Darkness was quietly very pleased with this development and was also very quietly extraordinarily happy with this development. The dark druids exactly requested an audience with the Unholy Alliance and exactly informed the Unholy Alliance, stating that the Universal Heroes and the Sacred Team pose a threat to their mission and also to their goal. Dr. Darkness saying that the hero's interference was quietly too much in order for the operations to be quietly halted. They exactly have to proceed on in conquering the known universe and the rest of sacred existence by any means necessary. He ordered the Dark Druids to begin a full-scale invasion. He ordered the Dark Druids and the Dark Witches and the Dark Faithful to begin a full-scale attack, and also an invasion on the other worlds and on the other civilizations, which is exactly what they did. Exactly. The Dark Druids began a full-scale invasion using an army of battle cruisers to attack the other worlds and other civilizations. The United Heroes were able to predict this, and were able to exactly anticipate this. They were able to exactly prevent the enemy from conquering vast worlds and vast civilizations. The battle between good and evil quietly lasted over a year and after year. Both sides were quietly decimated as the United Heroes were able to recover, but the other Dark Druids were quietly destroyed within the battle. Within the battle, some of the other battle cruisers were all quietly decimated and were all quietly destroyed within the fight. But the members of the United Heroes were able to take the Druids, were able to take the Dark Druids into custody, sending them straightly into the Astral Prison for questioning and also for interrogation in order to get answers who orchestrated this major full-scale invasion. But according to them, the Dark Druids never answered any of their questions, never even exactly spoke, never even exactly sent a word. Unaware that the Astral Prison was controlled by another ancient secret society of supervillains known as the Founders and a high-ranking member known as Professor Woe mysteriously released the Dark Druids and the Dark Witches and the Dark Faithful back into the sacred world and back into the world and back into the known universe in order for them to exactly wreak havoc and cause destruction. Dr. Darkness held up a video conference. That is my dog Universe just exactly barking and the door on the other side that is exactly making white noises, and the gardening people who are exactly doing gardening. But they exactly quietly finished now, and Universes just keep on exactly making noise, which is exactly my dog, Universe, just exactly making noise. Anyway, where was I? Dr. Darkness exactly mysteriously continued holding up a video conference with the members of the Unholy Alliance, on January the 8th, congratulating the Dark Druids on their efforts and on their work, congratulating the Dark Druids on their efforts and on their work and on their mission, saying that the plan quietly worked marvelously, and it was a very beautiful and wonderful, glorious plan, which is exactly what the Dark Druids exactly hoped for, which is exactly what the Unholy Alliance exactly hoped for, that the United Heroes would exactly intervene and exactly take action in preventing the Dark Druids and the Dark Witches from conquering other worlds and other civilizations. And the Unholy Alliance was very quietly pleased and very quietly happy with the efforts that the Dark Druids and the Dark Witches were able to exactly pull up. And were very quietly satisfied. They were very quietly satisfied as Dr. Darkness saying that exactly. The Dark Druids exactly replied saying that the mission was quietly far from over. And Dr. Universe also replied saying that the mission is just exactly the beginning. We're going to be conquering much more bigger worlds and much more bigger planets and much more bigger universes throughout the rest of sacred existence. And we won't just be conquering the rest of the sacred universe. We'll be conquering the Mixel universe, the Golden universe, the Star universe, the Robotic universe, the Sacred universe. All 5 universes will be under our sole control. Saying Dr. Darkness exactly saying that those universes will be solely be placed under our sole control by any means necessary. They secretly formed an alliance with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders, to further their own goals and their own plans to conquering the known universe and the rest of sacred existence by any means necessary. The Shadow Empire warlords and commanders kept on supplying the Unholy Alliance with more destructive technologies and dark technologies and dark red and yellow boxes in order for them to exactly use to teleport and opening portals across other worlds and other civilizations. As part of their deal, and also the Unholy Alliance with the other Shadow Empire warlords, Dr. Darkness offered the other Shadow Empire warlords. Dr. Darkness offered the other Shadow Empire warlords and commanders. Dr. Darkness offered the other Shadow Empire warlords and commanders, operatives and powerful trained assassins and powerful trained operatives and assassins and alien agents to exactly work for them, to creating chaos and destruction upon the world and upon humanity by any and all means necessary. Upon hearing that the Universal Heroes destroyed the Lord of Magic and following to his demise, Dr. Darkness was able to reconvene with the members of the Unholy Alliance on an ancient temple crystal city, on a ruined world of an ancient city, Within that ancient city, there were ancient temples within it that were able to exactly reconvene, saying that the Universal Heroes pose a threat to the universal domination plans, and that they can't exactly, they have to be exactly used to be stopped effective immediately. Dr. Universe and Shadow Child exactly reconfirmed that they exactly have to be stopped because they poses a very major threat to their mission and also to their goal. We'll be hiring, the Shadow Child stated that we'll be hiring the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders. We'll be hiring the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders to launch a full-scale invasion on all the other worlds and all the other civilizations. Even the seconds, a group of dark, powerful magic users have also formed an unholy alliance with the Unholy Alliance. Have formed an alliance with the Unholy Alliance to further their own goals and their own mission, and their own goals and their ambition, and also their own mission by any means necessary. Saying that we'll use the dark magic users known as the Seconds to launch a full scale invasion on all the other worlds and all the other planets by any and all means necessary. Dark Shadow was very, very quietly distraught over the loss of the Lord of Magic, saying that the Universal Heroes pose a much greater threat to this team of Universal Heroes, pose a much greater threat, much more like the Sacred Team. They all pose a much greater threat, and they have to be taken out effective immediately, which they were able to reconvene on an ancient temple ruined world, on a crystal temple ancient ruined world, on the 10th of January, in order to discuss to wiping out the Universal Heroes once and for all. The Shadow Empire launched a major invasion, a major full-scale invasion on all the other worlds using their battle cruisers. The Universal Heroes in the Intergalactic Coalition never saw that coming. They never exactly saw that coming or actually seeing it coming. The Intergalactic Coalition launched also its battle cruisers and also its armada of warships into space in fighting the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders battle cruisers, while the Universal Magic Heroes were occupied fighting a group of dark, powerful magic users known as the Seconds, who were quietly eager to reconquer all the worlds. The battle became a war zone from both sides, as both sides were quietly enormously decimated from both sides. Battle cruisers were all decimated from both sides. Losses on major casualties were quietly lost, as the Intergalactic Coalition lost a major fleet of its battle cruisers, while the Shadow Empire also lost a major fleet of its battle cruisers during the war against the Intergalactic Coalition and the Universal Heroes, and also on the Universal Magic Heroes. The Universal Magic Heroes and the Universal Heroes and the Intergalactic Coalition were able to prevent a full conquest, were able to prevent a full-scale invasion and also in a conquest plan from conquering all the other worlds and other civilizations, which is exactly what they did by any means necessary. The dark magic users known as the Seconds knew they found dark magic to besiege the whole planet with dark magic and dark energy, and with powerful purple lightning that exactly destroyed the buildings of the civilizations. That the Universal Magic Heroes are able to use their newfound magic powers in order to stop the enemy. They were able to quickly decimate the dark magic users known as the Seconds, and quickly was within a quick short of space of time. Some of the other Shadow Empire warlords were able to escape by opening a portal to the other dimension, and they were able to exactly escape. The others unsuccessfully able to unsuccessfully able to escape because they were fully ultimately taken into custody by the Universal Heroes and by the Intergalactic Coalition. They kept on exactly asking them questions, but Magic Girl used her magical powers in order to see through the enemy's mind, which was psychically blocked, which was psychically protected, there was a psychic wave in the Shadow Empire Warlord's commander's mind that Michael was trying to exactly breach into trying to exactly see what was happening and who exactly efficiently hide them. And all he said was the unholy alliance. With the way he said it, he was so terrified of saying the name. After saying that name, he went straightly into a catatonic state. He went straight into a catatonic state. Mindgirl was able to exactly heal his mind and revive his mind at the time. The Shadow Empire warlord who escaped during the battle was able to reconvene with the members of the Unholy Alliance on the first of February, saying that the battle between the Intergalactic Coalition and the Universal Heroes was quietly lost, as all the worlds are still protected by the heroes, and our efforts were quietly dried. Dr. Darkness began saying that the battle wasn't quietly all lost. Nothing was quietly all lost, because we have recovered you. We have recovered exactly you. We have exactly recovered you in the actual aftermath, and we can exactly use you. We can exactly use you as our experiment notation. And the Shadow Empire warlord was literally terrified and was very quietly scared. As Dr. Darkness's forces came out into the shadows, able to exactly hold on to the Shadow Empire warlord. Dr. Darkness began experimenting with shadow energy, harnessing its secrets and its power, able to maintain the unholy alliance reputation and also status, making sure that this secret society of supervillains became the most powerful secret society of supervillains ever seen and ever known throughout sacred history and throughout the sacred world by any and all means exactly necessary. He began experimenting with the Shadow Empire warlord and commander, turning him into a rabbit monster, able to exactly using him to become a radical robotic monster, and he dispatched him on a peaceful planet in a civilization where he watched on a video conference, seeing his creation battling the heroes on live, as he was watching. He kept on watching as his creation destroyed half of the city, as Universal Man and Universal Magic Girl and War Boy and Rex were able to intercept the monster. They were able to quickly fight the monster, but the monster proved too powerful and too deadly with its power of super speed and super strength and endurance and agility, able to use those powers in a power of dark magical energy blast, which the monster was exactly able to inherit. They were able to quickly subdue the monster quickly, as soon as Universal Man uses newfound origin abilities of his new power in order to quickly subdue the monster and put it quietly at bay. Rex uses his water magic abilities in order to quickly subdue the monster and quietly put it down, as he quietly did. By doing so, they were able to see that the monster was actually a rogue Shadow Empire commander who was exactly dispatched by an unknown villain or an unknown society. Mindgirl tried to read his mind, and there was nothing but hatred and full aggressiveness and hunger for more destruction and more power. As Mindgirl and Magic Girl saying that there was nothing that can exactly get off the monster. Dr. Darkness was able to watch from afar, saying that his creation did exactly a beautiful job and a very outstanding job, a very magnificent and magical job, as stating that these creations are becoming more powerful and more deadly. He was able to reconvene with the members of the Unholy Alliance, exactly reassuring them that his creations would exactly take down the enemy and also bring them down by any means necessary. And he was quietly undispleased with the passing of the Lord of Magic, saying that he was like a mentor to him. And also the sacred world savior, sacred savior, who was exactly to believe to have saved the sacred world from all the monsters and from all who oppose his mission and also his will, saying that he will carry out his work in the shadows and also in secret. Shadow Child was very quietly pleased with Dr. Darkness, with Dr. Darkness's experiments notation and also his creations, saying that he should exactly continue experimenting with shadow energy, unlocking its true power and its also capability. Dr. Universe has exactly as well stated, saying that it was a very much of a good idea dispatching your monsters to destroy the heroes and all the other cities in order to exactly show that we're still in control and we're still in power. We're still in power in conquering the known universe and also the sacred universe by any and all means necessary, which Dr. Darkness happily obliged. The universal heroes were able to dispatch intergalactic collision scouts and scouting every world and every planet to making sure that something monstrous like that could never exactly take place. Lytrus, who's a leader of the Universal Defenders, went on a covert mission to retrieve a powerful crystal from planet Yellow, which quietly houses all the crystals and all the worlds from the inhabitants. During at that time, she was able to exactly intercept the crystal monster. She was able to intercept the crystal monster from the inhabitants, and she was able to exactly use her spaceship as a battleship in order to defend the inhabitants and the rest of the inhabitants. But the crystal monster proved too powerful and too deadly as the crystal monster began attacking and using its own attacks and its power and its energy. Dr. Darkness watched from his central headquarters through his I Spy magic, seeing his creation being trying to exactly reconquer the world in his name, as his creation proved too powerful for the Universal Defenders, stating that he could exactly have reclaimed that world in a matter of minutes. But the Universal Defender space heroes exactly became more resilient and more perceptive as ever, as they defeated the monster and destroyed it. The other dark and powerful magic users who are able to successfully be around Dr. Darkness as was watching his creation be destroyed. He's saying that your creation couldn't exactly destroy the planet or the rest of the Universal Defenders. But Dr. Darkness saying that his creation was exactly just that, in order to tip the balance of power under his control. The other Shadow Empire warlords and commanders formed a secret alliance with the secret society of supervillains known as the Unholy Alliance, to help them further their own goals and their own mission. The Dark Druids and the Dark Witches also secretly formed a secret alliance, a secretly shadowy alliance with the Unholy Alliance, and assisting them with dark rituals and dark experiments notations in order to unlock the secrets of shadow energy and its power, and in helping them conquer the sacred universe and the sacred world and humanity by any means necessary. Despite this, Dr. Darkness was able to exactly host a video conference with the members of the Unholy Alliance, stating that his creation proved too powerful for the Universal Defending Heroes, saying that if the Lolo Magic was quietly present, he would have exactly created the same monster that Levi created in order to fight against the Four Nation Hunters and the Alliance and the Universal Heroes and the United Heroes and the World Heroes and the Universal Space Heroes and the Fire Heroes and the Water Heroes and the Earth Heroes and the Intergalactic Coalition itself, seeing that they can exactly become resilient and more perspective in defeating his creations, saying that they've exactly become too powerful, and stating that these heroes and their abilities have become too powerful and too dangerous. They have exactly have to be wiped out no matter what. Dark Shadow said that this debacle wouldn't exactly pay off, as we still have secretly sole control of other worlds and other planets and our civilization, as our agents and operatives will secretly create chaos and destruction through the world of men, keeping the United Heroes and the Universal Heroes occupied and the sacred team occupied while we conquer the sacred world and the sacred universe in secret, while we have bigger plans for the sacred universe and also for the sacred world. Saying Power Shadow, that's exactly what Power Shadow exactly says, saying that we will exactly control the sacred world and rule the sacred universe and all the other universes, such as the Mixel, Star, Golden, Robotic, and Sacred. All the 5 universes will be under our sole control, as he kept on saying. Despite this, the Unholy Alliance is a secret society of supervillains founded and led by Dr. Darkness and Dr. Universe. Together, they lead the secret society of supervillains. They work in the shadows. They work in the shadows. They operate within the shadows of the sacred world in order to try to controlling of vast worlds and vast civilizations. Their goal and purpose is for them to create, is for them to go after galactic powers, is for them to exactly go after galactic powers, and also taking control of those powers, use them in order to control other worlds and other civilizations, and also to rule the sacred universe and all the other universes that I've just had mentioned by any and all means necessary. Dr. Darkness is a very powerful dark criminal scientist who's very quietly and very ambitious with these goals in conquering the known universe and the rest of sacred existence, and also in conquering the known universe and the rest of sacred existence. The reason he formed the Unholy Alliance, he believed that his secret society should become the most powerful and the most deadly to become the most powerful secret society and the most deadly secret society throughout sacred history by any and all means necessary. He wants the Unholy Alliance to become the ruling leaders of the sacred world, and also the sacred universe by any and all means necessary, in controlling the chaos and the disasters that they've quietly created, and they want to be in control of those chaos and disasters that they've quietly created and those events. They're quietly very skilled in manipulating wars and events, and controlling key events and manipulating them, and going after galactic powers, and secretly forming an alliances with the Shadow Empire warlords and with the dark druids and with the dark magic, with the dark druids and with the dark witches and dark faithful, and the seconds, who are good for powerful dark magic users, who secretly form an alliance with them in order to aid them with their goals and their mission. They believe that they are the rightful rulers. To rule the sacred universe and the sacred world and planet Earth by any and all means necessary. The only thing that poses a threat to their plans and to their mission are the leaders of the sacred world, meaning the 4 nation hunters, the 5 nation hunters, the 6 nation hunters, the 7 nation hunters, the 8 nation hunters, the 9, 10, 100 nation hunters, and all the other hunters who pose a threat to their mission, and also the alliance that I previously taught you about, the new alliance that is quietly formed by the Universal Heroes, and also the Universal Heroes and the Sacred Team, and the United Heroes and the World Heroes and the Intergalactic Coalition. They believe that they pose a threat to their mission and also to their goals in becoming the ruling leaders of the cosmos, by any means and all means necessary. Despite this, after hearing the news of the little magic, Dr. Darkness was devastated and quietly distraught. But he decided to keep his legacy going. He decided to keep his legacy alive, and also to keep it alive, and also decided to finishing his work and fulfilling his work. And he also decided, he took a page out of the Lolo Magic's book, and he was able to harness the power of shadow energy, unlocking his secrets and his abilities, able to continue to experiment with the other shadow empire warlords and commanders, turning them into dark and powerful monsters, and creating monsters in order to further his own goal to conquering worlds and planets and civilizations, secretly placing them under his sole control and under the control of the Unholy Alliance. When they heard the rumors about the new Lolo Magic and his new secret society, they realized that this is going to create a power struggle, and indeed it is a power struggle. This sacred war has become not just only for peace and balance. It has become a war for power, for galactic power, and also for power struggle, and also for holding on to power, and also for holding on to the powers of on going after the galactic power in order to controlling the worlds and all the other worlds and planets throughout the sacred universe by any and all means exactly necessary. They believe that they are the rightful rulers of the cosmos, and they exactly believe that by any and all means necessary, and they will exactly do whatever it takes to get rid of the threat of their problem, seeing the interference of the Universal Heroes, seeing the interference of the universal heroes on the operations, on the vast operations across the sacred universe and across the sacred universe and across the sacred world. They exactly pose a threat to the operations and also to their goal. Dr. Darkness is very ruthless and very ambitious. Each member of the Unholy Alliance is very ruthless and very ambitious, very deceptive and very manipulative and very cruel in nature. Shadow Child is very cruel, very skilled in hand-to-hand combat, very adaptable in adaptability, and very powerful in super strength and in super strength and in super speed, with the power and also with the power of teleportation. Doctor Universe is very gifted in scientific engineering, also in experiments notation. He has the ability of summoning and conjuring dark and using dark magic for dark evil purposes. Sacred Brother, on the other hand, is very ruthless and very deceptive. He's a master manipulator, as he's been manipulating the Shadow Empire warlords to do his bidding for his own agenda and for his own goal in harnessing the power of shadow energy and creating destructive prosthetic technology and cybernetics. Kane, on the other hand, is very ruthless and very disruptive. He's very skilled in hand-to-hand combat, master tactician, and strategist, and in super speed and super strength. He's very quietly skilled in opening portals to other dimensions and other worlds. He's very adaptable, and he's a very strong villain and a very strong villain and a very powerful, formidable foe. Mind Brother has a power of telekinesis and mind control. He's a very formidable member and a high-ranking member of the Unholy Alliance, who will do just about that to further his own ambition in experimenting with 4-Nation Hunter technology, and trying to crack its secrets and its powers and its capacity. To crack its secrets and his powers and his capacity in using it for his own agenda and also for his own goal. Power Shadow is very ruthless in nature. He has the ability of teleportation, the ability of summoning, the ability of conjuring magical blast, and magical energy and energy blast. He's very ruthless and very destructive, and very cruel in nature. Dark Shadow is a very powerful magic user. He's a very powerful dark magic user with the power of teleportation, the power of opening portals, the power of experimenting with dark crystals, and the power of utilizing his resources in order to further the Unholy Alliance's goal, and also mission and purpose in becoming the known rulers of the cosmos, by any and all means necessary. Dr. Darkness and Dr. Universe are the founder and leader of the Unholy Alliance. They formed it during their early lives in order to becoming the rightful leaders of the cosmos and in ruling the sacred universe and the sacred world by any means necessary. They keep sending out monsters after operative and agents in order to create chaos and destruction upon the world of men, and the United Heroes have been frequently clashing with the Unholy Alliance for the past few years, even now. Despite this, the Unholy Alliance is a very powerful group of supervillains who believe that they are destined to becoming the ruling leaders of the cosmos, and who will do just about anything to further their own goals and their own ambition. The only thing that poses a threat to their mission are the universal heroes, the United Heroes, the World Heroes, the Intergalactic Coalition, the Founders, the Order of the Five, Sacred Circle, the Galactic, Lord Justin and Lord Harvick, and Ghostmaster, the Shadow Empire, which has quietly descended into chaos and created an enormous amount of power vacuum throughout the sacred universe, and forcing every other Shadow Empire world to command us to exactly forming an alliances with other secret society of supervillains known as the Founders, the Order of the Five, the Order of the Six, the Order of the Seven, and the Order and the Sacred Circle, by any and all means necessary. Even the Unholy Alliance, which is not an ancient secret society. It's a modern secret society that works within the shadows, that controls and manipulates wars and events, that tries to control the sacred universe and the sacred world, and believe that they are the rightful leaders. These members believe that they are the rightful rulers of the cosmos and of and of the entire sacred universe by any and all means necessary. They'll even try to kill they'll even try to kill the four nation hunter leaders, the four nation hunter leaders, and removing the universal heroes and the united heroes out of the way for good, meaning for good by any means necessary, meaning for good. Well, guys, I all hope you enjoyed this episode about the unholy alliance that is quietly led by two sinister villains, Dr. Darkness and Dr. Universe. I hope you quietly enjoyed it. They are very, very ambitious members, ambitious villains who are willing to exactly go after galactic powers and in controlling the sacred universe by any and all means exactly necessary. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I all hope you have a wonderful and beautiful afternoon. It's very quietly windy today, but the sky is quietly blue and very quietly beautiful. The gardening people exactly did the gardening, but as you can see, the sound is quietly quiet now. Sorry for that disturbance, and also for Universe, who was quietly making a noise. Despite this, guys, I all hope you will enjoy this episode and this great episode. Tomorrow I'm doing my last episode. I'll see you I'll see you tomorrow when I'm doing my last episode, and we'll be able to see each other there we'll be able to see each other on tomorrow, meaning Friday, on the last episode. Have a wonderful, blessed evening, and also stay safe and stay warm. Bye. Bye.